Hello, folks. Welcome to GAC Review. Also, okay, the Thursday videos, which are currently Shadows Over Loathing, those should be continuing just fine, because I can do a whole bunch of those and bank them. No issue. Galaxy of Heroes might be a little up in the air. Potentially, I'll be able to do 2 videos a week, but I might only be doing 1, or it might not be on Sunday. Long story short, my work schedule has temporarily been completely uprooted, putting me on overnights because someone got fired. So, the Galaxy of Heroes videos might be a little different, but everything might be the same and you won't notice. We'll be playing it by ear. But right now, we are doing a review of the last season. As you can see, we went 4 and 5. We did not have a good season. Week 2 was good. The other 2, not so much. But we did full clear every day except this one, I believe. And unfortunately, all of our wins, someone gave up. But let's take a look. So here's the first week. We easily dropped Stranger with Satil, Glat with Night Sisters, Jabba with Afra. The last time this worked, and one of the last times I tried it. Seer versus Ray, yep. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where things got a little spicy. So I tried using Balin against Hondo. Again, this was the very first 3v3 fight. Balin with the Kron worked like a dream in 5s and in Arena. So I was like, let me try it. I used Han so that I could stun Vayne, and yeah, they just dismantled the team. As you can see, it lasted 33 seconds. So I had to go back in with Kylo to do it. And the rest of these are nothing too spectacular. I think I used Hondo against Queen because why not? And I was just kind of farting around. Dash versus Qui-Gon. Hold standby. Bane against Mothma. Yeah, sure, why not? This 4 minutes 42 seconds. This was quite the fight. I finally figured out what was the problem is with Wampa's Datacron. When he attacks out turn, he ignores protection, and the Gungans can't lose health when they've got protection as long as the shield generator's there. So basically what was happening is they were just cycling turns like mad. Wampa was doing fine, but most of his attacks were doing nothing. And then there's all the rest of that. So nothing too special there. My defenses. This will be brief. So let's see. Traya spanked Gungans, no surprise there. Leia beat Rey. Kind of an expensive counter, but no surprise there. Kenobi versus Boba Fett. No surprise there. Maz failed against Savage. That is surprising. That's not a particularly special Datacron there. Buffs on a basic and 17% protection. Wow. Bo beat Maul. C beat Savage, no big surprise there. Kylo beat Ahsoka. I think I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do there. Vader beat Jabba. Yep. Balin beat Stranger, and then Malgus lost to Palp. That's... I'm trying to think what happened there. One minute 41 seconds. I am guessing his Revan nuked my Palp, and then the Datacron killed Revan, and he noped out. That's my guess. So that's it for that. Round 2. Fight. Okay, so this one we lost. So, again, Maz versus Vader. A little bumpy, but it worked. Afra lost to Jabba. I think that's the last time I even tried it. And so Vader beat Jabba. Seer lost to Rey because of that Datacron. The Luminara Datacron. And I was using Kylo Ren instead of Starkiller. With Starkiller, I probably would have done it. So that's nothing special. That's... Oh, I used Bane. Wampa beat Cassian without too much trouble. Skywalker beat Tuskens, because of course he did. Great Mothers failed to finish off Tano. So Balin did, messily. Amidala nuked Palpatine. Oh, that's right, because I didn't have the Kron. Satele beat Partgaz. Revan beat Jango. And I mean, after the loss, it's like, yeah, whatever. I'll do a low banner. This was an experiment. I was shocked that Finn team just utterly dismantled me in 40 seconds. That wasn't actually a retreat. They just blitzed the team down, obliterated it. Hondo annihilates Barris, yeah. Okay, nothing too spectacular here. And then my defense is 2031. Okay, I guess I got one hold. So Maz beats Savage, as she should. No, yeah, especially if he brings me. Although he almost died there. Yeah, that was 55 banners. Seer lost to Rey. What was this one? No, heal on buff. Health and defense, yeah. I switched to that for the defense, I think. Leia lost to Rey. Queen Amidala lost her. How did I... Okay, Stranger beat Rey. Wampa beat Boba. Afra beat Maul. C undersized Windu, yeah. Skywalker low banner. Bo-Katan low banner. Darth Bane beat my terrible Stranger team. Kylo barely beat Palpatine, so I'm guessing Rey got the kill on Palpatine. 72, 72, 73. How did I lose this? Oh, because it was all against one team. Whereas I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 drops. I had 4 single drops, so that was like 60 banners. And he had 3 drops on one team. So after this failed, this didn't count. So yeah, they only got 20. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Okay. And then USA. I think this is the one where I got... Yeah, this was on video. I got cock blocked. Because I used Kylo against Balin. So yeah, I got stopped by Hondo on this one. And look at all these failures. Yep, that's why we lost. And then they... 1997. It looks like they had a bit of problem too. But if he full cleared, there was no way I was gonna win. So Seer lost to Ray, Skywalker lost to Ray, Maz beat Savage, yep. CLS lost to Maul. Wow. What is this Datacron that I was using? Because there's no purge going on. There's no level 6 going on. There's actually nothing particularly special about that, except, I guess, the armor penetration and crit damage. So we probably just did too much damage. So that when Maul popped off, it just melted their whole team. Okay, so Luke finally dropped Ray. Qui-Gon beats Maul, Bo beats Boss, Leia beats Tano, Mothers beat Luke, Wampa beats Jabba, Afra beats Barriss, Radis lost to my Tarkin team. Wow. Alright, so that was week 1. Week 2. This was 2077, so this was a full one-shot clear. Kylo beats Hondo, Vader beats Jabba, Wampa beats Tarkin. We're Relic 10 at this point. Balin just stomps on Maz. Yeah, so this was... C beat Kelleran. And I took C in solo because Temple Guard had the Omicron. So, even if I had brought Watt with me, Watt would have lost. Would have been locked out and done nothing and probably messed me up. Yeah. So that was just a steamroll. So Mothma beat Boss. Okay. Kier Junda beat Rey, losing Kier. That makes sense. That's usually how it goes. Satele beat Maul. I should hope so. And Cassian lost to Boba Fett, Sign of Jango, with my 5-star Relic 3 Asajj Ventress. Alright. Round 2. Another shellacking, 2065. So that was a series of one-shots. And they just did one attack and stopped. Dropped 3 banners. And just stopped. And then this was the one that we filmed that we lost by 4 banners. So Great Mothers dropped. Not as reliable as it used to be. And I think it's generally more reliable than 5s. So I dropped there. And that was it. I don't think I even had any messy wins particularly. Abbo got a little rock there. That was 53 banners. 52 banners. 55. That was a cleanup. Yeah, if Great Mothers had worked, we would have done it. Which means that he would have one-shot everything. So Queen on Rey, Boss on Maul, Wampa on Boss, Maz on Savage, Seer Junda on Boba Fett. Well, yeah, that'll do it. The thing is, I don't like using Leia on Ahsoka for a couple reasons. One, I like having Leia as a backup for Ahsoka if another counter doesn't work, like Great Mothers. Because generally, if Leia fails, cleaning up is going to be messy. And I like to have Leia available as a hammer elsewhere. If I can counter Ahsoka with Great Mothers, that's a cheaper counter than Leia. Even though Great Mothers are really good. Yeah, they just one-shot everything. Sith Eternal Emperor versus Stormtrooper Luke. And you took a full team? That seems like overkill. Leviathan against Helm 1. Profundity against Executrix. Executor versus Malevolence. 72, 71, 71. Yeah. So close. And then the last week, this was another close one. Lost by 19. So where did we lose it? Right here. Baz got wrecked by Palpatine. And then Skywalker got wrecked by Partgaz. So that was 2 losses. So 15 banners, 30 banners. And then they would have one-shot everything, I think. No, we did get a hold. Yeah. Tano got a hold. So how did you clean up Tano? How did you clean up? How did you clean up Ahsoka Tano? Yeah, that beat my Lumi. Oh, you used Kenobi. Okay. $14 to $62. What's another messy one? Let's see. CLS lost to Luminara. Yeah, I thought I'd be able to lock him down and do that. And then I was experimenting, so I was like, well, let's try Inquisitor Barriss. Maybe that'll work. And that did not work. Then I said, fuck it, and just brought out C. Wampa beat Jabba pretty handily. I think they're relics. Relic 9, Relic 8, Relic 9. Yeah. But I was like, I got a Relic 10 Jabba. This should work. Satele beat Stranger handily. What else? Oh, Great Mothers failed against Tano, so I had to use Leia. So that's... yeah, that Luminara gave me a lot of trouble. And that is not clean. Did we get any holds? We did not. We just got one shot. Rolled right on through me. And then the last round we won because they gave up. So we dropped against Rey twice. Wow, I forgot about that. That was just last week. Oh yeah, that lost because I couldn't damage her. I remember now. So I used Bad Batch. Queen Amidala just nuked Rey there. So let's take a look at defense. Because they didn't finish. So Darth Traya beat Nass. Bo beat Maul. Palp beat Boba Fett. These are all pretty reasonable counters. C beat Savage. Little expensive, but understandable. Junda lost to Rey. So Skywalker got the cleanup. Leia timed out against my Tano. Nice. What was I using there? Oh, health recovery on crit. And a lot of defense. Kenobi beat Jabba. What? Why did I have the Luminara on Jabba? Oh, offense, tenacity, potency, crit damage. That's right, I was trying some. Jabba beat Palp. I'm guessing Boosh blew up Palp. Balin beat Saw. Malgus beat Third Sister. Bane beat Stormtrooper Luke. Feels very expensive. Kylo finished off Tano. Rex got Radis. Enoch lost to Qui-Gon. I don't know how. I don't know how Qui-Gon managed it. And that was a loss. So, and nobody died. Then Gas lost. So we must have made... Honestly, I don't know. Bonus turn, all allies heal. His cooldowns are reset. Okay, protection, disruption. Oh, I bet that's what it is. Okay. Whenever a Galactic Republic ally with protection up assists, if there are no enemies with protection disruption, they inflict it for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Okay. And ignoring taunt offense doesn't. Okay, so what probably happened was, Qui-Gon Jinn gets his attack, calls an assist, they assist on Skywalker, protection disruption makes him kneel down. Anakin AoEs, blows everybody, blows the 2 clones up. Skywalker stands up, kills Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin gets a bonus turn with all the extra goodies from the Omicron, and his cooldowns get reset. He AoEs again and blows up Skywalker. I'm guessing that's what happened. And then Dash lost to Tarkin. Because of course he did. Maybe if you had brought Hondo. And then after that he gave up. Okay, there we go. So that is... That is the season. So now we're in game. And what am I doing now? I don't even remember. I keep changing my mind on what I want to do. Oh, okay. Looks like I'm getting Bad Batch up to 5 stars. Or rather, Relic 5. Yeah, I know, the game audio's muted. So I need to work on their mods, and still can't believe that Omega is a triple Zeta character. That is insane. She is not important enough to have 3 Zetas. So I need to add Zetas and work on their mods. I will probably do that later. But yeah, right now I am trying to get new Bad Batch sorta kinda up and running. Oh, I gotta farm your dumbass too, huh? But they're all light side, dark side energy. I mean, they're accelerated, right? They're accelerated, yeah. So I need to work on them. Relic 5, they're not going to be able to do much, but I might be able to use them for cleanup or against lesser teams that I'm occasionally still seeing in Kyber 2. They're not a priority. And I mean, the original Bad Batch can do work at Relic 5, even with Delta. You know, if I'm putting them up against a Relic 17, they'll probably be okay if they're a counter to that team. So I'm working on them. Oh, I didn't know. I'm still slow farming everyone. Vader, Asajj, Barris and Yoda and Chewie. That's for Maul. Again, I'm not pushing it. I probably should, because Stranger is kind of trash without Maul. And I've invested so heavily in him. It kind of sucks that he's almost useless. But, I mean, right now his best... I get more use out of him in Rise of the Empire than I do in Grand Arena. And it's kind of sad, but whatever. And Clea is here because she's just a massive pain in the ass. So we're going to work on her. Although she's more of a 3v3. It's a little less important. On units, let's see. Well, like I said, with Bad Batch. So we got Mercenary, Hunter Mercenary. He's Relic 5, 7 stars. I got Batcher up just now. Crosshair is up. So basically, it's just Wrecker and Omega I need to get to 7 stars. I did some Relic shenanigans, but I don't remember. Oh, right, I remember now. So we brought Night Sister Spirit up to Relic 9. So that's going to be to make my Great Mother's counter better. That puts her at 10,000 damage. Let me take a quick look. Characters. Night Sister Spirit. Best mods. So her average speed is 286. Mine is 281, so she's slightly slower than average. But average physical damage is 9964, and mine is 10,660, so 1,000 more than average. Protection 44. I'm at 52. Health 62. I'm at 78, but that's relic levels. Average relic level is 8. I'm 9. Potency 82. Mine's a little on the low side. My tenacity is slightly higher because nobody cares about tenacity. Armor 50%. I'm at 51%. So slightly above average on that. She generally has offense and potency sets. I have offense and health. But yeah, so that's that was my last project, was jacking up Night Sister Spirit. No, I'm not taking her to 10. I might work on Morgan, but not right now. If I brought her up to Relic 9, that would give her 18,000, 16,000 health. A lot of protection. Some health steal. 2% armor. Yeah, she's a strength tank, so armor, health steal, and protection. But generally my issue isn't really with Morgan surviving. The really where things fall apart is where things fall apart is they avoid Morgan and just drop the Great Mothers. Territory wars. They're not as thick as I would like. 1 speed on you. Picking you up a little bit. I think that's about the only other one that's had a dramatic change. Oh, Chewbacca's Relic 9. Had to do that for Rise of the Empire. Mace is up to 7, and I'm reasonably happy with his mods. Happy enough that I'm not going to keep fucking with him. I mean, I'd always like more. He's just very stat-hungry character, but... Let's see. I've been thinking about raising relics on First Order or C, but I'm probably not going to do that. At least not until it becomes necessary for Rise of the Empire. Coloring back is Relic 8 because of the raid. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta do the raid today. Fuck. Ben Solo I raised to Relic 7. He was Relic 6 for the longest time. I was thinking about taking him even higher, but decided I didn't want to. Let's see, anybody else that we've done anything with? I don't think so. Man, look at all these Relic 7s and 8s. Juhani at Relic 8. I mean... Who would have thought when she came out that anyone would ever consider raising her to relics? Well, I mean, relics didn't exist, but who would have thought you would have boosted her that much? Oh, Cal Kestis. I raised to Relic 7. Just to make him a little more thick, to make Rey and or Kira Junda a little bit more insufferable. Let's see. I've been kicking around raising Edok and the Peridia brothers to Relic 9, partially for the assault battle and partially just to make them better and more useful, but I just don't have the energy for it. I'd rather raise BT1 to Relic 9. Yeah, I think we're pretty okay, yeah, the Cad Bane project, the Executor project, they're all Relic 7. I might raise them even higher, but probably not. Nihilus I probably should raise to Relic 7, but I just don't have the energy to do that. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're kind of in the dregs now here. Oh man, look at all these units that nobody's ever going to use again. Lobot. Oh boy, man, let me work on Lobot. Yeah, I actually raised him up to Relic 3 before the Leia requirements dropped, and I had to raise him to Relic 3. But I actually raised him up when they added cloud computing. Because I was like, oh, gains speed, gains the robot tag, the droid tag. He'll be great for a sortie team. These aren't even good speed mods. And then, no, it was still garbage. At some point, I should probably level Zuckuss, but don't particularly care. Datacrons, we are making progress. We need about 3 more. We have had a terrible time getting dark side ones. We've got so many light side, but we've got a Satil Kron with the damage reduction and the thick. I would like to do some rerolls, but it's just getting expensive. I mean, we got some pretty good protection. Tenacity and crit damage don't hurt, but I don't really need them, and also I'm not using those reroll bats here. And I've got an Admiral Trench Kron, which is useless to me. I already tried re-rolling this once. My Admiral Trench is gear 12. I tried re-rolling it, and I got my choice of keeping Trench, getting Droidica, or Sunfac. Oh, that's really useful. I want Django or Asajj. I don't even remember what Asajj does. Oh yeah, bonus turns whenever an enemy takes a turn. Yeah, I would like an Asajj Kron. That sounds like it would be obnoxious on defense. I've got a Zelbar Kron. I'm not going to get much use out of it. I would rather that be a Sortie Kron. But I'll take it, I guess. I mean, the stats aren't bad. And then this is the next... No, this is an Old Republic. So that's a light side. And then what's the rest of it? So, yeah, I will probably run this up and see if I can get Sortie. And then... See, I haven't re-rolled any of these light side because I don't want to increase the cost of re-rolling the level 9. So we are going to hope that this one does it for me. Or that one re-roll will be enough. Because I'll buy these sometimes for 600 crystals, but I don't want to go too whole hog on it. And he starts soon. Yippee. And we're doing pretty good. We haven't started Sector 5 yet. We're just hanging out in Sector 4 farming this node. But even with... Because, you know, getting the Datacrons before lock-in is far more important than getting the red crate a week early. So that after lock-in you can... I don't understand. Why do you people do it that way? Lock-in is tomorrow. Lock-in is Monday. Today when this gets posted. So, why do you rush to get red crate before lock-in so that after lock-in you're farming Datacron materials? Rush to Sector 4, spend all your time on this node, which also means the last couple days of Rise of the Empire, when it's a lot of work, you're just doing that. And then after lock-in, you finish off red crate. You know, I've gotten red crate. I got red crate all 3 times with Satil. I've gotten it both times so far with Cobb. I got it all 3 times with Stranger. I'm not buying this stupid track. I don't, you know, you can get red crate easily enough, or at least now that I've got the roster, I can get red crate easily enough. You know, we're almost to this guy. And it's like, yeah, so I've got to go here and spend 2,000 banners or cash or whatever the hell it is on Cobb Vanth shards. All right. Whoop-de-doo. You know, I've already... What am I missing? Oh. Yeah. That ain't happening. Well, got all that done. Wasn't too bad. Bounty hunters used Java with... I just used Java. Potency up, there's a million ways you can get that. Droids, I used Dr. Afra with her 2 droids, IG, whatever the hell he is, and Forlom, because I brought my Forlom up to 7 stars because he's really good with Dr. Afra. And then for Barris, that is... this team right here. Maul, Jango, Canderous, Watt, and whoever needs to survive. Barris, Asajj, whatever. Watt puts a tech on Maul. I prefer weapon tech, but it doesn't really matter. That triggers Frenzy, so Maul gets a turn. Maul uses his AoE first special, which triggers everybody to assist. And if you've got Booming Voice, which at this point you should, then everybody really assists, which gives Canderous a gajillion turn meter, so he gets a turn. You use Canderous's AoE, which triggers the final round of Maul's Frenzy. Maul gets a turn, and then you just dismantle the team. Pretty easy. Oh, hang on. Not you anymore. You. Also, if you're having trouble with a team, if you have Booming Voice and Great Mothers, this team will just obliterate. Because Great Mothers get a bonus turn and doom someone. Well, now the leader has used an ability, so everybody assists. And then she puts Bless on someone, and everyone assists. And then by that point, the enemy should be dead. Especially if you've got a weak spot or 2. Well, now she gets another bonus turn, so she puts Doomed on someone else. Everyone assists and kills it. So she gets another bonus turn, puts Doomed on someone else. Everyone assists. You kill it. It's ridiculous. It's basically infinite turn meter, and you just melt them. It's glorious. Oops, wrong button. So, I don't even know what I have to do in Sector 5. Yeah, I haven't even stepped in. I thought I did. No, I guess I didn't. Guess I'll grab Vitality. So yeah, we're on Booming Voice, a couple weak spots, Assertive Command, and Power. Nothing outrageous. So what do we got to do in here? Oh, right. Fracture Ability Block. Yeah, so this one, it's a matter of getting to here. And then we put on the feet disc, and we use deployable cooling systems. And we use this team. Tank tech on Luke. Weapon tech on Thrawn. The other tech on whoever. Turn on auto. 15 minutes later, you should have... Well, you should have... well, you'll get the cooling system. You'll get this one. You should have... I mean, if you didn't already have Booming Voice, you'll have Booming Voice. But... damage over time, you should get that because of Watt. Fracture, if you've got the deployable cooling systems, you should be able to get Fracture or almost get Fracture from Thrawn. ability block you should get from Thrawn assisting. His basic, when that wears off, that applies ability block. And evasion up, you're getting that from someone's buffs. Oh, also, Jedi Master Luke is doing ability block. Where's the evasion up coming from? Oh, Han Solo. Evasion up for 2 turns for everybody. So that's 5 evasion up, so 6 turns he's done it. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just... You kind of just get everything. Watt's doing the damage over time. Luke is doing the ability block. Not that one. That one. Yeah, it's pretty great. So we'll be doing that. You just need the... You need deployable cooling systems. If you don't do deployable cooling systems, you'll only get about half the fractures. You need deployable to give you the cooldown refresh. And then I'll probably pull out a weak spot because I won't be needing it because I'll be using the feet training droids. So nobody can die. And with the shield tech on Luke, if they get a turn, they'll just do him. So, yep, looking forward to that. And then we'll get Cobb Vanth. Oh, I should join Territory War. Join the Territory War, people. But yeah, I'll be getting Cobb Vanth. I do have... That's not the right one. Whatever one it is. I've got the Omicrons. That's the important thing. Oh, you're Clone Wars Chewbacca. That's not... Yeah, you'll work. Yeah, I've got 72. So I can dip 1, and I'll still have 2 left over for whatever. My big concern right now is getting this piece of crap up to fucking 95. What is 95? Gear 10. So I should be able to do it, but Jesus, that is just brutal. But yeah, so I've got to try and get this trash can up to 95 for Rada. I didn't realize that because of the requirement. Oh, arrow level 90, not 95. Because before it was just 4 stars. There wasn't an arrow level requirement on the lower tiers. So now I've got to get them up to 90. Which, 154,000 currency and a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even have yet. And 90 is gear level 9. So supposedly everyone should be able to get to 105 for every character. But it's just a question of how soon do you want to be able to unlock Rada. But it looks like I'll have Captain and Grogu, so that's what, 2.5 weeks or something like that? Even though of the marquee characters, this is the only one I care about. I don't care about New Republic. Another unaligned force user's not bad, though. True damage target enemy, off balance, force whatever. Random support ally to gain tenacity up. That's okay, whatever. Equalize health. Defense up for 2 turns. So that's Barris. Attacker and tanks gain endure. I don't know what endure is. Dispel all buffs on all enemies and deal physical damage. Everyone gains dramatic entrance. A lot of buffs. Grand Arena if all allies are Mandalorian or New Republic. And there is an allied New Republic galactic legend, or there are no other galactic legends in the battle. Jesus. Additional 20% health and protection and deflective ward. Use a special ability, they gain untargetable for 1 turn. Distract. I could see this being useful for Conquest, because there's probably going to be something that wants Distract. One stack of Force Connection. Okay. Is that a giant sidecar? Yeah, it's a giant sidecar. Babu Frick! Okay. That's a weird kit, but unfortunately it means New Republic is really going to be... So, yeah, we're getting GL Mando. Whoop-de-doo. Don't care. I will get him because he is a galactic legend, but I do not care. I don't care about any of these characters, except, again, this guy. I want this guy. This is the man. I want this guy so bad. Because it looks like it will be a fun kit. We need fun kits. And it's a 3v3. So it's only 10. And it's not... On the one hand, it's bad because it's 2 specials, a leader, and a unique. But on the other hand, it's not overly complicated. Yes, when you add in the Omicron, this is... You know, remember when Revens was the outlier for being way too long? I mean, this is a fucking novel. They need to... CG, you need to adjust the UI. You need to do something. I realize that there is an issue with phone real estate, but something needs to be done with these. I think what you need to do is you need to make this window wider. You know? Because if this window... I mean, there is a real estate issue, but you've got almost 2/3 of the screen on either side is dead space. So if you moved this side over to about the halfway point of that text, and this side over to about where the mods would be, then you could almost double the width of this, which would cut this list in half. I mean, it might make this look a little weird because, you know, then this would be like 3 lines long. But you need to adjust your UI. Let me see Snow Trooper Commander. Relics, he will have... He's a strength tank. 153 speed. I'm trying to think where that puts him. 153 speed. Yeah, that puts him not quite 20 speed faster than Snow Trooper, who is not very fast. And 30-some slower than TIE Fighter Pilot, who used to be very fast. I'm trying to think, who's an average speed character? I think Snips was average. 125. Barris was 136. Bastila was on the fast side. Bodhi was average, 152. I want to say 140 to 150 was average. Stick Ray was 184. Yeah, she was extremely fast, and it kind of pissed people off that she was so ridiculously fast. Trying to think who was like the prototypical average speed character. Actually, I think Jawa. 153, yeah. 164 for Anakin. Yeah, we gotta go deep into the lore to find the old guys. No, old Ben was gonna be slow because he was a tank. Resistance Trooper was pretty average, I think. 154. Yeah, okay, so I think in the 150 area is what used to be average speed. So Snow Trooper Commander is average-ish speeds. 154, you give him a speed set, that'll give him an extra 15. That'd put him at 169. Yeah, you're not going to have him... You're not going to have him blazing fast, but you could probably get some pretty good speed on him. But it looks like a fun kit. This is the unit I want. I mean, obviously I want Road to the Hut because he's broken as fuck. And I will probably be able to do work with him at 4 stars. Honestly, the biggest hindrance of him being 4 stars... I don't even have any of these people at 4 stars. The biggest hindrance of 4 stars... let's see, who would be 4 stars? It would be... Yes, yeah. Is being stuck at Relic 2. So Relic Delta is just going to explode him. But it's kind of too late for me to do Relic 5. Or to do, no, that's not what I want. It's kind of too late for me to do 5 stars. No, what am I? Inbox. So I would need everybody at 5 stars and Carson at 95. And I don't think I'm ready to spend that much money. Because, I mean, I need to get her... I need 11. So that's... Where's my calculator? So, 1299 times 2... need her. And I need Zeb, and Zeb needs 11. And I need you. And you need 20. So plus 12.99 plus 12.99 plus 12.99. And I need... Do we only have 3 right now? Yeah, so 9,000 crystals just to get them up to Relic 5. And then there's gonna be 2 more. Which is probably gonna be another 12,000 crystals. I mean, on the plus side, I can get them for the same price. It's just... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to happen. So what I might do is I might... It also depends on the luck that I get, you know. Because... for the most part, you're going to get 7 shards. You know, if I get lucky... But, I mean, we're talking less than a 1% chance. Actually, the worst chance is 25, 50, 80, and 230. Yeah. I mean, if I get really lucky with the draws for Carson and Grogu, maybe, but I also really want to get this guy to Relic 5 too. So we'll have to see. I mean, plus I'm spending 150 a day on Conquest. I'm spending 300 a day on Cantina. So, you know, I'm spending 500 a day on just doing stuff. I mean, I might be able to if I pull back on everything else, because, you know, occasionally it'll be like, I'll spend 1,500 on, you know, buying a bunch of signal data to finish this character off. On the plus side, most of my characters, at least with relic stuff, are kind of done for now. I mean, there's always more work to do. I didn't get the follow up. There's always more work to do, but I think, come on, there we go. But I think, man, because you know, you also got to get your daily energy. No, we are in real trouble here. Okay, we got rid of you at least. Yeah, now everybody's gonna go. Yeah, you're a pain in the neck. This fight is not going well. Let's see if we can finish you off. Not quite. Not quite. Yep, and now you've got foresight, so that's not going to do anything. And now I lose you. Not ideal. Got rid of you at least. So that's their turn meter train. Squashed, although you're almost dead. Oh, there we go. So we might be able to do it. I don't want Rada 5 stars so much, but that I want them 5 stars, and it's not even for the, oh dear. It's not even for the light speed tokens, although those are nice, assuming they happen. It's more for the relic allowance that you get at 5 stars. This is pretty. I haven't had a fight go like that long in a while. It's more for the a relic allowance that 5 stars gives you, because that's relic 4 or 5? 5, I think. I mean, obviously, even 6 stars would be even better. But okay, there we go. 5 stars. You can do 4. You can't do 5. Okay, but that would still let me get them up to relic 4, which means fighting relic 7 things, it's only a delta of 3 as opposed to 5. And it also means any relic 5 teams he'll be able to just obliterate. So we'll see. We're probably not going to do it. Probably won't have the crystals to do it. Partially because I'm not willing to just sort of sit around and grind arena. But anyway, this has gone on way longer than it needed to. So next week it'll be GAC, and I guess I get to work on I don't know, Wilford Brimley with his uneven pant legs. Alright, until next time, folks, have a good one.